You know that last Tiffany Henyard video I posted, I don't even get paid for, but I had to post it. I had to do it for the hood. I had to do it for the gang. You know what I'm saying? Because it was too funny. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Tiffany Henyard went on Facebook and posted this heartstring puller of a video. She posted a video how, oh, the trustees are blocking things, and look at the poor sad senior citizens who can't get their little poor people services. They're so destitute and lonely and sad. She went on like a campaign. If you ever saw those videos where it's the homeless dog and the dog is just so sad and just so skinny, and if you donate $1, you can save a life of one of these dogs. She went full on corporate America, drain your dollar. I mean, she did everything she could do to try and make that emotion kind of stick out. But now we go into reality, right? We enter reality now to where she has her special meeting that she called, and this is probably meeting number 8, 9 without any show ups. So she calls a special meeting to get the business taken care of. The main thing, she wants the tax levy taken care of, and she wants to be able to pass the insurance. Now, if you notice in this video, they're going to be in a different building. It's a very beautiful building, wood paneling everywhere. It's a wonderful building, but it's a problem. They're not in the building they're supposed to be in because of a lapse of insurance. Without further ado, Tiffany never fails to disappoint, and we have some public comment from Mr. Dots, Dotts himself toward the end. So stick around, have fun. Happy New Year to all my people, and let's get directly into this call. I said call because I do so many jail calls. Let's get directly into this situation. Damn it.
As you guys know, you have seen us call 7 different meetings. 4 of them was regular scheduled board meetings, and 3 was special board meetings. Unfortunately, each time the Board of Trustees, the 2 individuals, Trustee Carmen and Trustee Chris, did not attend either board meeting.
It's not even Trustee Christopher Gonzalez. It's just Trustee Chris. You know, just a little bit of disrespect to splash of disrespect in there. At least she's not calling her car liar anymore. Somebody got on me in the comments. They're like, stop calling her car liar. She doesn't like it. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It actually does irritate her, but it shouldn't though. Coming from somebody like Tiffany, that should just only make you chuckle. Miss Carlisle, if you're seeing this video, the only thing you should be doing is laughing.
Not have a quorum, as you guys know how our government works. We cannot move forward with business. We cannot pay bills. We cannot do a lot of things if the board members do not show up. I know they give you all this mixed emotions, this mixed information as it relates to we just do things. We do not move without board approval. When the board approves things, then things get taken care of, like insurance. The insurance I've been on the agenda several different times. Each time, no one has shown up but myself, the clerk, and Trustee Rant. We're the only ones that have shown up along with the attorney to pay for the insurance. When they did not show up to pay for the insurance, it caused us to lapse in coverage. Therefore, no coverage.
Now, this is the most telling thing of the entire video. Let me take a sip from my brewski. This is the most telling thing of the entire situation. She said that the trustees didn't show up, therefore there was a lapse of insurance because they couldn't get the insurance, they couldn't agree on it, they never showed up. So therefore there's a lapse of insurance. It's because of them, it's their fault. But if you notice, the second she starts talking about it, the lawyer kind of looks up at her like, girl, you're damn wrong. Look at the face of the lawyer when she brings up insurance.
Along with the attorney to pay for the insurance. When they did not show up to pay for the insurance, it caused us to lapse in coverage. It caused us to lapse in coverage.
Look at that face. Girl, don't say that because now I'm going to have to explain the lies you're saying. You see that face? You see how she looked at her? She was like, girl, that's a goddamn lie. You know it's because of you. You know, because your uninsurable ass who doesn't pay nobody is the problem. Look at her face. I didn't make that face for her. She made that face herself. The lawyer had to look at her like, girl, okay, I'm getting paid. Listen, she's getting paid by the hour, I'm sure. Hands up. Let her say what she's saying.
Therefore, no coverage for Gordon Township, for our buildings, for our vehicles, for anything. So to this day, we still have no coverage as relates to the buildings or our vehicles. So that means that services and our buildings will have to come to a halt. We cannot pick residents up. We cannot access our buildings due to the liability if someone falls in a car.
Now, this is all rumor, all speculation, but I'm on the Dalton media, if you would. You know, I'm kind of keeping my eyes on the streets. And somebody had posted the other day that they're still driving the Thornton Township buses and they're still moving people around, possibly for Big Bingo, possibly for a secret Tiffany candlelight meeting. Who the fuck knows? But apparently they're still moving people around with the buses with zero insurance. Now, isn't that the most hood rat shit you ever heard in your life? Now, again, this is all a rumor. I don't know if this is true. But if it is true, sweetheart, you need to stop doing what you need to get some insurance. I don't know what, bro. She's crashing out. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to do. And right now, at this very point, I feel like she would love to have Keith Freeman in her corner to help her out, but he's not there no more. You guys know why.
Crash happens, car accident, we cannot accept that risk. So therefore, that's why you see 333 building is closed down. We will now have to move forward with closure of our other buildings, and I did not want to go in this new year like this, and this is why we call it special year, to take care of the much needed business before you. I have tried with all my heart to keep the services going here at Thornton Township. All the special meetings that were called were to handle critical.
All right, so she continues to bitch and cry, moan, wail, cry, you know, just blubber about the trustees not showing up, this, that, and the other. But then she kind of gets petty. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see the entire video, check out my live stream. It's public for everybody. That's the full length of her talking, but we're just getting the cliff notes right here. She goes ahead and gets petty, and she's like, we can't even have an ice cream social for the seniors. Because of the trustees, we can't even have an ice cream social, and we have a surplus. Now, the surplus thing she's been saying for months, but it's funny how she continues to compound on the bullshit. Now we have a surplus, and we can't even do such a simple thing as an ice cream social. You know how crazy you sound when we don't have insurance? But no, you're mad that the seniors can't have an ice cream social.
Same with senior services. I know you guys heard me speak to this. One time, the senior service department asked for us to buy ice cream for them. They didn't even vote to buy ice cream for the seniors. They was having an ice cream social. But these are little issues that we're having, which is big to the residents, but it's minute to us because normally that still just operates. It's $300-400. Of course, we all put money together, make sure they get ice cream for that ice cream social, but we should not have to do these things when we have budgets with all surpluses, and every account has a surplus in it, especially our GA department. We have a surplus of over $4 million in it. Every department has millions in it. And
every department has millions. I have millions. You have millions. My mom has millions. Your daddy has millions. Your uncle has millions. We all have fucking millions, bro. I could say anything. I could say I'm a mob boss, okay? I'm a made man, even though mafia people probably don't even exist anymore. Like, what are we really talking about? She always just says things. It's word of mouth with Tiffany. Every time. Angel, stop. Every single time it's word of mouth. You don't see any paperwork. You don't see any proof. She just talks. I have a Lamborghini yacht. out in the Pacific somewhere. I don't know. I have a Lamborghini yacht and I drive it 3 times a week. I do. You see what I did right there? I just said random bullshit. It doesn't make it true. Surplus.
Second, because no one wants us to be able to utilize those funds to give back to the residents, let alone run our day-to-day operation. Next on the agenda was to adopt the 2024-2025 budget and appropriation ordinance for Thorpe Township for the general fund and the general assistance fund. As you know, you should pass a budget every single year, no matter what body of government you are. We have not passed our budget for this year. We are now going into the next budget cycle for 2025.
And I will say that is crazy as shit. Not passing a budget for a whole year? Yo, fire everybody. Fire Tiffany, fire the Trustee, fire everyone. Reset. Do it again. We clearly failed on that one. That's not a flex to say that it's their fault because we didn't pass a budget for a year. No. That's bad on everybody. But anyway, speaking of firing people, speaking of resignation, speaking of just, moving on to a new calling, right? Tiffany Henyard has a new calling for Trustee Gonzalez and Carlisle. She's calling for the resignation publicly for those two. Just saying it for the world to hear. You see all the microphones there. It's channel 5, channel 7, channel 9. She's saying it for the world to hear. Let's hear what she has to say about Carlisle and Gonzalez for not showing up and, quote unquote, ruining their chances at getting insurance.
Board of Trustees show up to board meetings. I am now today calling for the resignation of Carmen, Carlisle, and also Chris Gonzalez. They should resign from office because clearly you do not want to do this job. Clearly you do not care about the residents of Thornton Township, let alone the seniors or the youth. Clearly you do not want to see us proceed with a good year for 2025. So I'm asking for you to step down. You can send me a memo, you can email it to me, you can send it to any one of my staff members, and we will gladly accept your resignation immediately.
And I said this on the live stream, and I'll say it again. If 10 senators of reputable status said you need to resign, we call for AG Tactical's resignation. Maybe I'll take it into my mind that all of my peers, all of my colleagues don't fuck with me. Maybe I should resign before I get pushed out of it in a dirty, nasty kind of way. Let me do it with some dignity, okay? Respected senators, mayors, this, that, and the other. But if Tiffany Henyard called you out to resign, bro, you ought to wipe your fucking ass with that shit. Get a little water on the napkin and wipe it good. Make sure you get all the crust out. What the fuck are you talking about, Tiffany? She's nobody. If anybody knows about Tiffany, either in the political world or just the regular world, it's off of negative press. I don't think there's one positive thing. Someone's like, oh yeah, Tiffany, that's the mayor who cut the grass to that one senior's home. It's never gonna happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, right? So you calling them to resign means absolutely fucking nothing, in my opinion.
Residents, please hold on a little longer. I know it's been tough. It is the election coming up. I know you guys have seen all the mess and scrutiny going on with that as well. But that too shall pass. I will speak now to the caucus. Today we did have court for the caucus. You guys know I am suing Napoleon Harris and also DOT's organization for that illegal, unconstitutional meeting that they held on December 3rd. That was improper, and that was voter suppression at its highest level. I don't commend that. I would not accept that, and I don't wish that on anybody. And I need the residents to stand up and have a voice as it relates to you being the voiceless on December 3rd. It's a shame that people had you out in the cold, in the media, all y'all was out there, and it's a shame that you, media, that's why I call you fake news, did not showcase the residents out in the cold, on walkers, in wheelchairs, with oxygen tanks, could not get in. saying, let us in, let us vote. You guys did not showcase that, but yet you showcased what was inside the building. But what I will
Maybe they didn't showcase it because there was nothing there to showcase. She said you didn't showcase the people in the cold. Maybe there was nothing to showcase. Remember, there's video circulating that Tiffany was in that bitch hella fucking early. Mad early. Super duper early. So how the fuck could they not get in? Let the logicate for me, okay? Because clearly I'm not seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. I call bullshit in that whole situation. And again, I think I said earlier this video, it's been 3 weeks. Maybe it coming on to a month now. You lost. Get your little write-in ballot ready because you're not going to be on the nomination. You lost. But I bet you she's going to fight about that, talk about that. It's going to be warm. And she's still going to be talking about the people who were left out in the cold. Just as like a, you know, trying to get your emotions. Just to try to stir your emotions up a little bit. She's full of shit. Caca, doo-doo. Underwear, panties, stained with shit. Full of shit.
Tell you residents is they didn't show you the people going and entering through the back door, through the side door. They didn't show you the people that was not a Thornton Township resident. They didn't show you any of these things though. But I can name everybody that was in that building that did not live in Thornton Township, but was allowed to come in the building and partake in an illegal caucus, which was ran by a dictator, Napoleon Harris, who do not live in Thornton Township. And I say that I'm constantly to you, he does not live in Thornton Township. And yes, I am the only one that has the strength and the guts to sue individuals when they do wrong to our township and to our government. It's a shame that people are sitting back and allowing these things to take place. So I stand for the people and I'll continue to rise up despite what people say about me in the media or in blogs, which is not true. I am showing you truth. You can follow me, whether it's on Facebook. I do put a lot of correspondence out to residents so that you can follow what's going on in your community. I just hate the
Yeah, we know about the Facebook videos. Trust me. I've been enjoying the Tiffany A. Henyard Facebook videos. The first person I realized who was posting shit like that was Cooking with Frank. She posts on Facebook like she's a preacher. Like she's here to lead the flock. Like she's just here to lead the stupid and irresponsible people of Dalton. You moron, come here. I will lead you. It's actually quite insulting. Most of the time she's ranting at you, telling you that you don't understand. And she's here to teach you about it. Man, listen. Where I come from, that makes people get, you see how I raised it? It's all about the elbow. You see the elbow right there? You have to raise it above your chin and smack the fuck out of them. That's what really happens where I come from when you talk shit like that. But apparently that's never really happened to Tiffany before. She's never really gotten, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like getting the back of a mother. You know what I'm saying? But no. You talk shit, male or female, you could get back the fuck handed. She's never felt that shit before. And it shows.
That people are allowing this to happen and not doing nothing about it. I wish the people would take a stand and not allow people to take over your government, which they're trying to run this dictatorship, and we're going to ask the judge to overturn it, which I feel they will. But until that happens, I just want you to know we had court today, and we will be in Champion Court. When the next court date is announced, I will let the residents know, and you can come down with me. You can come down with me to court, or
always lubricate.
you can always sign in onto Zoom. That's the way that you.
Look at how that lady's looking at her. Just so disappointed. Look at this shit.
With me to court, or you can always.
Just looking at her dis-a-fucking-pointed. Listen, I'd be disappointed too. I'd be disappointed in my goddamn self.
Sign in onto Zoom. That's the way that you can see what's going on in Thornton Township as it relates to the courts in our next steps. But thank you to all of those that signed affidavit. I appreciate that because you wanted your voice to be heard. You didn't like what had happened that night, and you wanted to be overturned. So I thank you, and I'm asking you to come out as well. Which a lot of y'all come and ask me.
All right, so she bitches and cries and moans. I mean, it's she begs. Beggar 101, you know, please help me. Please help me because this is wrong. But we move on to public comment, and I'm honestly just going to play one person, one or two people. First, we have Mr. Dots, Mr. Michael Smith. And listen, I don't know if they have rehearsal class or something, but you could tell that Michael Smith really practiced this, and the speech came off chef's kiss. He did very good. Tiffany did very good at instructing him what to do, and it just came together really well. So let's go ahead and check out Michael Smith, aka Mr. Dots, Dotts. We've been spelling it wrong our whole life, folks. Get educated, please. Spell dots properly.
You have two trustees that are refusing to come to a meeting to handle business. And let's just dispel the lie that it's about an appointment. An appointment I do not see listed on this agenda. However, an appointment cannot take place, if I read the statute correctly, until this board accepts the resignation of Jerry Jones. And I believe I missed maybe one township meeting so far, and I've yet to see that on the agenda. So for the news media to put that out, that this is the reason why the trustees are not coming, because they don't want to vote on an appointment, that is false. There's no appointment on this agenda. But what we do have on this agenda is a tax levy. I'm going to tell you, tax levy is very important to pass.
Who does he sound like? Does he sound like Tiffany A. Henyard? But I'll tell you what's really important on this agenda is the tax levy. Now, what is a tax levy? Sir, shut the up. It's public comment. Now, what is a tax levy? Well, this is very important. This will be able to adjust the tax. Again, they had the little dressing room rehearsal. He was like, okay, girl, I got it. I'm gonna kill it out there today. I'm going to kill it, Mr. Scarface. Not in a good way. Scarface is, don't even call him Scarface. That's a little too good of a name for him. His name is Scary Face. Scary Face from a dog attacking you or some random shit. Just a full-on weirdo. Likes younger girls. Allegedly.
As a former elected official from Village of Dixmoor, we failed to pass our tax levy. And that hurt us for an entire year. That's going to incapacitate this township. Because that means when we pay our tax bills, they're going to withhold the funds for the township. So I'm going to wonder how our seniors are going to be taken care of. How are our young people going to have after-school programs? You're now affecting an entire township. This is no longer about supervising anything. This is about each and every resident that lives in this township that is entitled to the services that they pay taxes for. So I agree. Those trustees aren't to resign. They should resign because they don't have the best interest of the community at hand. The other thing is the insurance. I was at the meeting over at the Dalton Park District. And they vowed that, oh, if we get an insurance, we're going to come to the meeting. They have yet to show up. That is a very important aspect of any municipal government. If someone walks, trips, falls, that's a liability. It's a lawsuit. And then you might have ones that are staged that to happen. We got to come together and take care of the business of this township. This is ridiculous. We are the laughing stock in the South suburban area. When you go to grocery stores, you hear them talking about our township. When you go to your social media.
Nah, yeah, they're talking about the township, all right. But guess what? The superstar, the person who always wanted all the attention in the world, Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, is the one they're talking about. So the one thing I will say she succeeded in was people talking about her and her name just buzzing around the world. Guess what? You're famous. No, you're just an infamous asshole who fucked a city, I don't know how long it's going to take to bring the city back to its feet. Who knows if it's ever going to come back to its feet. I'm a younger guy. I leave cities if I don't like the city. And a lot of younger people leave. And that's not what you want if you want a strong city. You want people coming to the city. You want people leaving the city. But Tiffany, that's the problem in Belize. They have brilliant minds. Same problem in my country. It happens a lot. It happens in a lot of third world countries. Brilliant minds leave the country. Why? Because there's more money. There's more opportunity. Why would my genius mind stay in Belize where I can make $10,000 a year when I could go to the U.S. and make $200,000 a year? You know what I'm saying? Tiffany's literally creating the third world complex, the third world problem within her own first world community. You're going to cause people to leave because it's simply better to just get an opportunity outside of Dalton. But she doesn't give a fuck as long as she gets that money. Honestly, does she care? Fuck no, she doesn't.
Things you hear them talking about our township, it's embarrassing. You're not hurting Tiffany Henyard. You're hurting each and every resident of this township by not showing up to do your fiduciary responsibilities. You were appointed or elected to do your job. Do your job. If you don't want to do your job, step aside. There are other residents that would love to sit in those seats and do the job that is put to them by the statute. We gotta take care of our people.
And that's pretty much it, folks. We had public comment. We had a bunch of people not slander, Jesus, that's not the word, fuck. We had a lot of people talk shit about Tiffany Henyard. We had a lot of people support Tiffany Henyard, just like Mr. fucking moron Dots over here. What a fucking idiot. Imagine being related to something like that, right? Imagine being related to that. Imagine being romantically involved with something like that. Abomination. Anyways, we had Mr. Dots, we had Tiffany Henyard, and she just rants and raves and rants and raves, and she just continues for hours. But this is a 30-minute long video, and that's pretty much the end for me. So happy New Year's to everybody. I love you guys. You guys are the shit. Man, listen. 2024 was the craziest year, probably one of the craziest years of my life. Like, my channel blew up, man. Honestly, 2023, 2024, crazy years. You guys are awesome. Like, seriously. And it's every day I wake up and it's like, fuck, like, this is what I'm doing. Like, you guys actually support, you guys like the channel, and it's really amazing to see, guys. So, 2025, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do as much as I can to make this channel just something special, as it already is. But I'm going to do my best to just, cover as much as I can, do as many live streams as I can, just really prove to you guys that I'm really about this life. You know what I'm saying? Because without you guys, I couldn't do any of this shit. So I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. It's going to be a great 2025, man. And I'm just excited. I'm ready to go. I'm not even celebrating for 2025, honestly. Like, I don't want to. I just want to focus on the fucking channel and make good videos. That's what makes me happy. So if you want to make me happy, like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay inside. Stay safe. I'm out of here. Peace.